All right, everyone, here we go from the Aleixo Arena in Taunton, Massachusetts. We welcome you to this afternoon's coverage of high school ice hockey and on YouTube and on local television. We got a great matchup today as the Taunton Tigers are taking on the Apponequet Lakers. We thank you for joining us on any of our feeds. Keegan, Hamblett on commentary, Brady, Fontaine running the camera. There's our first whistle 12 seconds in as Mason Johnson sends it into the Laker bench. Taunton on the season, 5-2-2 overall. Apponequet is 1-5. Faceoff is going to be just outside of the Tiger defensive zone. Drew Nato trying to get to it, and it already got whistled down 3 seconds after they dropped the puck. So we're quickly on to our second whistle. Let's meet the head coaches. Nate Farrington for Apponequet, his second season, 8-17 is his career record. Chris Mattia, 15th season for Taunton, 137, 151, and 20. Became the all-time wins leader for the Taunton Tigers, winning the Prenda Cup final a few weeks ago against the Diamond Durfee and Westport Co-op. Icing here called against Taunton. The faceoff's going to come over here on our end. Good crowd making their way here on a Monday afternoon. And the faceoff's going to be just on the right side of Luke Pellerin. A .239 goals against average and an .882 save percentage. Nate Tobin, the senior, gets the nod for Apponequet. He's 0-2. with a .660 goals against average. Valerelli off to Braden. Simmons back in front, and it wouldn't go as cutting to the side was Jamie Valerelli. He's having one heck of a season, 12 goals, 10 assists, hit 100 career points earlier this year. As it's popped up in the air, off the netting and out of play. Took a deflection off of Owen Banks. Face off on the left side of Tobin. The Lakers win it, trying to get it out of the zone as Braden Bogdan. And the Lakers will with the potential odd man rush going the other way. Played heavily off the boards. Shot attempt will go high as getting on the end of that one was Ryan Orlando. Playing it up was Noah Bloom, and now a race to the puck by the blue line. The Lakers got control of it, and here's Braden Smith entering the zone again. Braden LaChance, the team captain, will start a rush up the other way. Off to the right side to Smith. Smith battling with Nevins. Deflected as it went down, a little bit too far for Lachlan Sear. On the backhand is Jackson Dunderdale. Nevins will receive it again, played it off the boards, couldn't connect with Cody Blanchard. The Tigers get it in neutral ice. Bloom off to the right side, took a touch. Nevins will leave it for his D pair. And there comes Nevins up the ice for the Lakers. Nevins the dangle, he got the puck by LaChance, he couldn't get it by Bloom. Dunderdale now having trouble getting it out of his own defensive zone, and here's Bloom with it. Off to the right side, Smith looking cross ice. He can't connect with Jacob Matos. Keith Tobin looking for Gavin Gaziano. Gaziano gets it out of the zone. Here's Ty Nato. Off to the right, behind LaChance, who will dump it in. Nice bounce off the boards, Jacob Pereira. Fed it down low to Doherty. The Lakers get in control as we're over 2 minutes in. Delayed offside as Johnson was trying to hold it at the point. We'll get it on down after it takes a deflection. Deflected up the ice. Nato's got a read on it and went off the stick of Blanchard. Matos to Pereira trying to find Doherty. And another whistle and a stoppage of play. The Apponequet side top player to probably look out for today is Greg Francis, who had one heck of a game. In the last game on Wednesday, he had a couple points in that one. He's had 3 goals, 2 assists on the season. Faceoff is going to be at center dot. We already know what Jamie Valerelli can do. Drew Nato is going to be another top player to watch, as well as Braden Simmons. Each have 18 points on the season. Taken on the short side by the Tigers, Nato looking to go down to Valerelli. Jamie Valerelli picks it up, switches to the forehand, now going to the back. Valerelli tried to leave it at the point. A stumble by one of the Lakers almost led to a one-on-one break. Valerelli going in on the left side, gonna hold it around. Still in control of the puck. Back to the line, Johnson over. Valerelli shoots it and went off the outside of the net. And it's going to come back out to neutral ice all the way down to the defensive zone. As Mason Johnson going to enter in this time for Taunton. Mason Johnson shoots it, blocked, picked up by Ian Nevins. And it's lofted down the ice. This will be an icing against Apponequet. The Apponequet side, we mentioned a few times, it's a co-op with Old Colony High School, and they actually have more Old Colony players this year. 14 for OC, 9 for Apponequet. They do have that goaltending switch as Mark Donati played the last game, saved 45 out of 51 in their first South Coast Conference contest last week. Tigers win it, shot is saved by Tobin. Rebound follow-up is lofted up high by Mendes. Mendes with a nice look at goal, back to the point. Cashman working. Tried to get it to Mendes. There's Sear over to Keith Tobin. Here's Bloom off to the right. Mendes gonna enter in as an option on the left. He might need it for that follow-up after he put it on frame. Dunderdale still looking for his first goal of the year. Couldn't get it by Tobin. Off an own skate, the senior Bloom. Back up on the right side to Smith. Smith sends it up before taking the hit from Matt Frias. Tobin behind the net. Still being fought for, ends up on the other side to Francis. Francis lofts it up, gets it out of the zone. Maybe a 2-on-1 chance here for the Lakers. Shot high on the blocker side. That was Nevins looking to get it. Frias was on the side of him. Nevins has a goal and an assist this season. Matt Frias yet to get on the score sheet at all. A turnover, Taunton has it in their offensive attack, and unable to keep it going forward was Matos. Chance still on here, Doherty. Had it bounce over his stick, might have been a poke in there from Bogdan. Nevins to the right side, does it have enough steam to go all the way down? Yes, it will, icing called. For Luke Pellerin, the Taunton goalie, he is working on a couple shutouts this season. He earned his first career shutout earlier this year, and he just knotted a second one last week. For Nate Tobin, coming into this game, only 75 minutes of ice time and 11 goals against. Braden Simmons fighting to get that puck back off the boards. Nato shoots it, deflected high and out of play. Ty Nato, the sophomore defender for the Taunton Tigers. No goals yet. He does have 2 assists, though. Face-off on the right side of Tobin. The Tigers win it again. It was played short. Valarelli tried to get back to it. He takes the shot. It's saved by Tobin. Good job by Simmons to help keep that attack going. Ty Nato gets it back to Valarelli. Pressured by Orlando. Into the middle. Nato at the blue line. Lost it. A haul down. No arm's going to go up here. Drew Nato back to neutral ice. Orlando off of Nato. Nato gets it away. Valarelli with the step into the zone. Jamie Valarelli shoots it. Blocker save. Rebound falls to the stick of Blanchard, who will play it off the boards. Not out. Simmons, the slap shot, is saved with the glove of Nate Tobin, who's one of 2 senior goaltenders, him and Donati. The other option, the sophomore Jack LeBlanc, who will most likely be the #1 option unless you get a really good 8th grader in the system now, or even a potential JV player that they could call up. Tigers win it again. Shot attempt blocked, not all the way through. Follow-up chance, never got all the way. That was Mendes looking to follow it. Keith Tobin. Now it's Bloom at the line, and Tobin saw it right through traffic. Mendes deflected up high. Nevins trying to play with the high stick. Referee said he did not. Lachlan Sear knocked down Mendes, tried it on the short angle. Looked like it went off of a skate. Dunderdale into the middle, sticked away by the Lakers. And try to start a rush up the other way. Instead, they're just going to dump it down where Noah Bloom's waiting for it. Bloom with 8:05 to go in period 1, still scoreless from Aleixo. Off the boards to Francis. Francis on the backhand will loft it up about 50 feet. Bloom cuts to the right side on Peck. Bloom, the dangle. Bloom shot, saved by Tobin. Rebound is a half clearance attempt. Here comes the full one. Barely gets out of the zone as sticking it down was that senior defender, Noah Bloom, and it's back off the netting and out of play. Got to talk with both coaches before the game. We'll start with Coach Chris Mattia for Taunton. Said the main point of attack was it's all on the goaltender. Wants to set up the screens, make Apponequet's defense work hard, and send those pucks in deep. For Apponequet, Coach Farrington wants to see good team defense and get the pucks out of the blue line and just find a way to get some greasy goals. Goals have been a little bit hard to come by so far for Apponequet this year. They only have 9 goals on the season, and now we're in game number 7. Puck ended up in the corner, and it sprung free to Matt Frias. Deflected up into the Taunton zone. Johnson turned over. Francis on the backhand. Didn't miss it by much. Now it's Doherty. We'll send it on down. Bogdan will apply the pressure. Doherty into the middle, and it went off the skate of Johnson. It's going to go all the way back down. Bloom will take control of it. Bloom off the stick of Banks. Oh, and Banks sees it. It's a save by Pellerin. Rebound cleared by Johnson. Up to find Braden Simmons. No icing here. Simmons has a step in front of Sear. Tried to center it for Valarelli. Still in control. Simmons on the dangle. Still is going with the puck. Off on the left side now, played into the middle for Apponequet. Deflected Nevins, and now it's Nato sending it down. Keith Tobin there first. Hit hard nicely by Jamie Valarelli. Another turnover. Valarelli able to stick it down and just shoves Tobin to the ground. To the point now, Cashman left side, Nato shot, sticked in front, and loose in the area. Back to Nato again, it goes wide on the left. Valarelli sees a lane, wants to take it, missed on the left side. Simmons follows it up in the corner, plays it on down low. Valarelli's waiting in front. Here comes the wraparound, short angle shot, wouldn't fall. Off at the edge of the trapezoid again, Orlando down on a knee. And back to the red line it goes. Cashman will take it, 5:40 in the first. Same line still out there, and now you might get a change as an icing is called. Face off on the right side of Nate Tobin. Mendes takes it for the Tigers. He wins it. Nato shot, blocked. Off the boards, and now another race to the puck. No icing here. Fought for down low. The Lakers get on the end of it. Shot deflected. That was Kingman who took it. He scored his first career goal as a freshman earlier this season. That one goes off the stick of Pellerin. Smith can't get it out of the zone. Cashman turned over. Fed across into the middle. Nato sticks it away. Only off to the blue line. Blanchard played it off of Cashman. And the backhand will go down. Ty Nato goes to get it. To the left, Dunderdale, Mendes, Logan Mendes stepping into the zone. Mendes, a shot is blocked. He follows it up, short side, saved by Tobin, rebound, got it too. Still loose in the crease, where's the puck? It's in the middle. And the Lakers find it, and they'll restart the other way, but they play it off the net. And another nice haul down. As it looked like that was Jackson Dunderdale, the sophomore forward with 3 assists on the season, falling down to the ice. Nevins trying to work it out against Doherty. Pereira in front, saved by Tobin. Xander Doherty had a clean look at it. That would have been his first goal of the season. Here comes another rush up by the Lakers. Shot by Nevins is saved by Pellerin. Taunton Tigers back in their home white uniforms, which my camera guy Brady and I were talking about before the game. Very clean jersey, almost looks like one of those retro jerseys. Apponequet's in their road blue uniforms with the red and white stripes, white numbers. Matos hit hard again by Frias. Delayed offside as Frias has to tap up. LaChance won't take it behind. Away to Bloom. Bloom gets it up. Good cross-ice pass. Pereira behind the blue line on Tobin. Following up now is LaChance looking for a redirection. Wasn't there. Bloom has it at the right point. Tried the one-time shot. Now it's Keith Tobin. Tobin can't connect with anybody on the right. LaChance off to the right side again at the red line. Dumping it in as Bloom. Off a stick. Drew Nato's there first. Nato has an option. Nato wants to do it himself on the backhand. It got stick down again. Back on the ice he goes, and now everybody's got to get back, but it's sent back down. LaChance. Back to the left. Valarelli enters in with Simmons. Valarelli between the legs, still going with the backhand in front, was looking to find Simmons. At the point now, Johnson off the boards. Short angle shot, never got all the way through. Johnson's going to follow it up again, but he leaves it on the right side. That shot attempt is saved by Tobin. Looked like that was Jamie Valarelli taking it that time. We will get our shots on goal at the end of each period from our stats crew over here on the left side. Shots on goal got to be pretty high so far, at least on the Taunton side, I would imagine. Valarelli battles for it, takes control out in front. Nato still circling, holds it up. Has Johnson and Valarelli. Wants to dish it to the right side. Intended target was Cashman. Instead it finds Simmons. Back to Cashman, defended by Bogdan. And it's going to be sent down the ice. This will be an icing this time. The clock will stop with just under 2.5 minutes to go. Both of these head coaches are very local, so they know the area very well. Nate Farrington is from East Freetown. Chris Mattia actually played for the Taunton High hockey program as a captain and a defenseman. Johnson can't keep it in, maybe a 2-on-2 if they can hurry. Linesman just closed him off. Valarelli sends it up the ice. Good passing connections. Drew Nato lost it. That's picked up by Nevins. Around the board, Sam Kingman. Kingman decked down, and a penalty's coming up. It's going to go against Braden Simmons on the next Tiger touch, and there it is. Oh my goodness, Braden Simmons just decked him down behind. That's junior on freshman right there. How about that as your welcome to high school hockey moment? Yeah, I tell you though, Sam Kingman had a nice welcome to high school hockey moment. First career game, which was the opening round of the Prenda Cup tournament against the Diamond Durfee Westport Co-op. He actually scored in that game. Peck and Valarelli on the draw. 2-minute man advantage for the Lakers. It comes up top. Francis sees a lane, and it's sticked away by Pellerin. Bloom looking to get to it on Frias. Still being fought for. Bogdan popped it into the middle. Bogdan turnover, and here comes Valarelli. Jamie Valarelli trying to get on a break. Has an angle on the left. Will hold it on back just to kill more time. And that's the smart play to do it. Just leave it for LaChance to just waste more time. Nate Peck. You got about a 3-second difference between the penalty and the end of the period. Another nice step-up shot. Say Pellerin rebound. Oh, he gave it up on that right side. Unable to redirect it back on frame was Peck. Back out to the point. Nato unable to stick it out of the zone. Valarelli will as he comes in one-on-one. Valarelli shot saved by Tobin. Tried to catch up to the rebound. He got boxed out. It was Nevins who was there defensively for Apponequet. Peck now trying to play the puck right in front of him. A minute to go in period one. It's Bloom. We'll get it over to LaChance. LaChance will just clear it the length of the ice, and it's in the glove of Tobin, and he's got to hold it for a face-off. That was Valerelli stepping in. Make sure to force him to hold it for the draw. The Tigers win it again. LaChance wanted it right away, and he put it wide on the right. Might have been deflected. Smith back in front. Nobody's there in white. Here comes the transition into the middle. Orlando on the backhand. Stick by Pellerin. Bloom to Smith. Can't get it down. Up in the air. It's off the netting and out of play again. Keith Tobin was in there as well. Pellerin with the face-off on his right, 28.1 to go in the first, 25 on the man advantage. The Lakers get to it on the backhand, working with it was Frias, and it's going to go down. Here's Nevins, running up over the red line. We'll go into the zone. I got caught up in the skate of Braden Smith. Mendes couldn't find that break. Smith will dump it on down, and that should do it for period one. A great, hard-fought first 15 minutes of play, 0-0 the score between Taunton and Apponequet. And we're going to just give it a second before we get those shots on goal. But overall, a perfect first 15 minutes of play. And as we expected, 16-5 the shots on goal in favor of the Tigers. Brady, Fontaine, and I are going to take a short break. We'll be back for period two momentarily. All right, we're back here at Aleixo Arena in Taunton, about ready to start the second period. In this afternoon's high school ice hockey matchup between the 1-5 Apponequet Lakers and the 5-2 Taunton Tigers. Scoreless through the first 15 minutes of play, although Taunton dominated the play, outshooting the Lakers 16-5 in shots on goal. We thank you for joining us on any of our feeds. Keegan, Hamblett on commentary. Brady, Fontaine is the man running our camera. Once again, Apponequet is in their road blue uniforms. Taunton is in the home whites. Second period is underway. The Tigers will get control first. Valerelli leaves it short side, fed across, and it was deflected off the skate of Lachlan Sear. Back to the line. That's Simmons, who's trying to find NATO. Valerelli on the backhand. Stick down by Francis. Held in. Valerelli sees a lane blocked again and almost scored it through as Tobin was on the other side. Sear looked to get it out. Valerelli sticked it down. Popped up by Nevins, and it's on frame. Right to Nate Tobin, who will hold it for a face-off. Face-off on the left side this time. Nevins and Valerelli. Valerelli wins and wants to get a step right to it. Valerelli holds it up. Edge of the circle. Was defended by Keith Tobin. Simmons gets to it first in front of Sear. Nevins on the backhand. Sear will pick it up. Sear slaps it away. Valerelli back to the line. Mason Johnson saved by Tobin. It might have been a doorstep tip there by Braden Simmons. This time Nate Peck will take the draw. Peck walks out Valerelli, and he caught a stick up high. Now we get a whistle on the stoppage of play. I don't think there was a penalty called originally. They just got to make sure. Now the referee's coming over to check on Jamie, making sure he's okay. I mean, I couldn't see from here, but it sure looked like live that just based on Valerelli's reaction that he caught a stick up high. Well, obviously, if you can't see it, you can't make the change afterwards as it's played on down. Here's LaChance. Peck will send it on down. That was Banks trying to center it. Peck will send it low again, looking to find Ryan Orlando. LaChance Off to the left side. Eldon at the point by Kingman. Stick down and away to Matos. Follow up by Peck up. Blocked off of Johnson. It's LaChance again. He stumbled. And that could lead to a chance here for Orlando. He can't catch up to it in front of Mason Johnson. Stepping the other way is Doherty, who's just going to send it in as he's going to get off and go to the bench. And another stumble. I don't know if this ice is right out there. That was Pereira falling down that time. Tell that Zamboni guy to do better in the corners next time. LaChance will make one move. Still going over the red line. Enters the zone, will send it around the boards, looking to the other side. Smith lets it go. Johnson looking to find Mendes. Logan Mendes being pressured, hit hard again. Still tied up behind the net. Smith coming in to help. Mendes has a read on it. Back down to his right. Two Lakers in control. The leader on it and sending it down for an icing was Ian Nevins. Nevins has done a great job in his first season and a half in high school hockey. Only a sophomore. He's going to be a big name player for years to come. A couple seniors on both sides. Apponequet's definitely got more. Sanford, Gaziano, Bogdan, Banks, Peck, Tobin, Francis, Orlando, and then the other Tobin and Donati. Mendes. We're going to play it to Smith. Another nice hit on the end boards, right by the Zamboni doors. Braden Smith into the middle up top, not held in by Cashman. And Bloom will get to it first for the Tigers. That was Gaziano applying the pressure. They'll send it on down. Sear now goes back to Smith, stick by Keith Tobin. Tobin having some trouble getting away from Dunderdale, but he does. Back to the right side. Valarelli got it by Sear. Valarelli gets to it first. Tried to center it. Sear was defending. Now it's Nato. Nato in front off the skate of Peck. The Tigers get back to it. Simmons left of that shot saved by Tobin. That was Nato finding himself on the end of another one. 4 goals, 14 assists for him. Valarelli wins the draw this time. It's played off the sideboard. Bogdan will let it go. Frias not out of the zone. Drew Nato, right side. Cashman tried to feed it across. Bloom was waiting. And here comes Greg Francis with it, who will send it in on Pellerin, who snags it with the glove, and he's got to hold it for a face-off. Bouncing puck flutters to the other blue line. That's slapped right back to the red. And Valarelli couldn't enter in with the puck as Nato was already offside. Flicked forward by Frias. Ty Nato takes it behind Pellerin. Francis will pick it up for Apponequet, knocked down to the ice. Shot attempt blocked again. Follow-up chance goes around the cage. Into the middle. Nato across, off to the right. Braden Bogdan will get it out of the zone, no icing here. I don't know if there was a touch or not, though, from LaChance. Frias again doing some good pressure right on the edge of the corner. 4.5 minutes into period 2, still scoreless. They look to change it here. Valarelli blocked. Puck ends up behind the net. Simmons tried to pop it out in front. Frias gets it away, and here comes a rush for Owen Banks. Banks will deflect it down. Pellerin will stick it away out of trouble off to his right. Flicked forward twice. Now 1-on-2. Nato shoots it, saved by Tobin. Nato catches up to it in front of Keith Tobin. Valarelli will bring it on back to neutral ice. Valarelli lost it. Here comes Banks. He's going to have Nevins on his right. Owen Banks, the shot is saved by Pellerin, and he'll hold it. Try right away off the draw. Pellerin read it well. Here comes a rush up here for the Tigers. Tobin's going to hold it as dumping it in was Xander Doherty. Doherty's going to take the face off this time against Nate Peck. Doherty tried to redirect it off to the side. Peck sends it down the ice. It will not be on frame, but there's no icing. Pellerin leaves it for Bloom to take it. Bloom off the boards. Keith Tobin sends it on down, and again, that's no icing. I don't know why that's not an icing. Unless everybody was down there too close to the puck. It was behind the red line. Never took a touch. Gaziano. Now Mattos trying to pick it up, and he almost sprung forward. Would have had Doherty on his right as Doherty chops it back in. Tobin will play it off. That's too far for Gaziano, and that time it's an icing. Next game's coming up for both sides. Apponequet only have a day's rest tomorrow before traveling up to the John Gallo Ice Arena on Wednesday to take on the Bourne Canalmen. And you can catch that game live on the Bourne Wears Purple YouTube channel for Taunton. They've had a big stretch of games, but they're back in action on Wednesday at the New England Sports Village in Attleboro, where they're going to be taking on North Attleboro High at 6:30. Mendes gets it away to the right. Bloom over to Smith. Braden Smith leaves it short. Mendes, backhand. Now it's Bogdan trying to work with the puck. He had a helper in the back with Kingman. Bouncing puck everywhere. Frias can't play it forward. Here's Braden Smith trying to go between the wickets of Bogdan. It springs up the other way for Greg Francis. Francis will get to it first. In front of Mendes, takes the shot wide on the short side. Mendes again sticking it away. Here's Smith over the middle. Not out. Follow-up chance. It was a bouncing puck. I don't think touched the stick of Pellerin. And sent right back to the blue line. Kingman will play it short. Valarelli with the stick tie-up, and they were able to get it on frame, and Pellerin has another save. It was Greg Francis that time walking in, taking the shot. It's been a fast-moving game this afternoon. We're about to hit the halfway point. Nice cross-ice pass. Here's Simmons. Braden Simmons centered it. Saved by Tobin. Trying to catch up to his own rebound. Boxed out by Peck. And here comes Peck for the Lakers. Cross-ice. Banks had a pop behind him. Taunton's going to counter the other way. Shot high and wide by Valarelli. Back to neutral ice it goes as it's sent down. Lachlan Sear. They're going to start it up on the left. Instead, it's going to bounce on the right. Orlando. Good stick work by Simmons to regather it. A turnover. Orlando's going to enter in here. Ryan Orlando tried the stick drag, hauled down. Penalty coming up. Apponequet will go back to the power play. Looks like a hook is the call and an extra tech it looked like. So this might be 4 minutes on the board. Let's see. That was similar to what we saw over the weekend at the Bourne vs. Greater New Bedford game. So yeah, they took the penalty up. There should be 4 minutes on the clock, and indeed it is. Drew Nadeau, one of their top penalty killers, is going to the box. Was really the unsung hero of the Prenda Cup final. It's like he had 3 or 4 clearances in that 5-on-3 sequence that Diamond Durfee Westport had. And they got to send an extra man to the box, too. They're going to put Oliver Nickel, the sophomore forward, in there as well to give him some company. And Taunton is going to counter the other way right away. It's Valarelli with the stick drag. Tobin's got to hold it, and Nevins knocks him right into the net, down on the ice, and they got to reset the pegs. Valerelli able to backhand it to the blue line and a miss. And now Francis is going to go the other way with it after receiving it from Bogdan. Valerelli's back down on the ice. He gets back up. Bloom plays it around and all the way. Nevins. He's going to take it himself again. Ian Nevins still going short side. Nevins back out to the point. Francis off his skate. Counter here for Taunton. It's going to be a break. Simmons, the deke, and score! Braden Simmons, short-handed goal. The Tigers are up. It'll go down as an unassisted goal, and for Braden Simmons, that's his 10th goal of the season. Joins Jamie Valerelli as the 2 Tiger multi-goal scorers this season, and Taunton's not done. Kingman tried to get it away off to the side. Simmons going to take over again. Deflected puck, fall to Sear. Simmons picks it up, and he couldn't get it over to Mendes. Sear again, that time got it by Mendes. Orlando will get it back to neutral ice. Simmons will get on it again. Braden Simmons on the stick drag. Still controlling with the puck. Shoots it off to the side. Now Sam Kingman's in a race to it. Deflected down. Sear away to the left. It's Blanchard. Still going with it. Cody Blanchard has a seam. Block it up high. Off of Keith Tobin. Here's Johnson. Johnson will just send it on down. Sear, oh, he got it just by Valerelli. Kingman with the flick to Orlando. Orlando stick down by Matos. They can't enter in yet. Kingman waiting for everybody, but Valerelli will take over. Valerelli stepping in, an option on the right. Valerelli lost it in the stick of Kingman. Kingman plays it by Bloom. On the backhand now, Valerelli will take over. Leaves it on back halfway through the 4-minute Apponequet power play. Nice move, shot saved by Tobin. Gave up the rebound, and they take it close. That was Matos taking it again. Frias steps the other way. Valerelli was ready to line him up. Matt Frias now has to get by Johnson. Will backhand it to Kingman on the one-timer. Never got all the way through. Popped up in the air. Off the end board. Now Keith Tobin trying to battle with it. Bogdan coming in to help. LaChance gets creamed. Everybody's fighting in there for that puck. 4 guys battling for it. Back to the top of the line. Here's Peck shooting it high off the glass. Follow-up shot is played with the high stick. Peck with the touch, and there it is. He was hesitating on it, and Nate Tobin is down here asking what he's doing that for. Because guess what? Now the face-off's over here on our end. Four minutes, 4 seconds to go in period 2, 101 on the Apponequet power play, which Taunton has done a terrific job so far. Doherty and Peck this time on the draw. Left side of Nate Tobin. This time the Lakers will win the draw. Nevins to the left side to Peck. Peck will enter the zone. Had Tobin on the right. Will try the self-pass off the boards. Doherty gets to it for Taunton. Blanchard tried to leave it short and sent back down by the Tigers again. Ian Nevins cross-ice pass, never touched. That's an icing. Simmons ready to take the draw. Just wants to figure out who's going to take it for Apponequet. It's going to be Nevins. Simmons wins it and tried to raise the stick up high on Jack Wronski. Now you get a whistle and a stoppage of play. Looks like another high stick called. And this time it is a penalty called for the high stick. And it's going against Apponequet. And you get 4-on-4 for 23 seconds. And then a minute 37 man advantage for the Tigers. Wronski goes to the box. Pellerin wins it. Simmons shoots it, scores! Braden Simmons, that's his second, he's doubled the lead. Simmons with another nice hit. And now it's Peck going the other way with it. Nate Peck shoots it, blocked by Bloom. Now it's LaChance as one penalty is about to end. Nato's about to come onto the ice, and there he is. Nato left it, icing called on the power play for the Tigers. It didn't matter, even if we were still on 4-on-4, it was going to be an icing. The Tigers win another face-off. It's going to go around the boards. Kingman looks to hold it in, and he does. Between the legs again, and here comes Pellerin. Pellerin shoots it off a skate and went off of Breighdyn. To the point now, LaChance, right side Bloom. Noah Bloom shoots it, tipped, loose in the area, it scores! They're going to credit it, looks like, to Braden Smith. We just had to see officially who it was going to be. So Bloom will get the assist on that, and it's 3-0 Taunton. That's 3 goals in a stretch of just about 4 minutes. And you could sense this coming from the beginning. We had a feel for it that Taunton was going to get some. Pellerin makes another nice save as Frias had a really good look, but Pellerin just snagged it with the glove. The Lakers get to it again. Keith Tobin's shot was fanned on. Trying to receive it for the Tigers. Looked like on the short side, it's Colton Slaney. Nevins. Now it's Mendes going the other way. Logan Mendes has a lane on the left, shoots it on Tobin, and keep the play alive. Fought 4 in the corner. 4 guys battling for it. And the Lakers will come away with it. Lachlan Sayre off to the left side. Frias, the minute 35 to go in the second. Frias nudged by Dunderdale. Frias back on the puck, tried to get it by Dunderdale left short. Nevins got it on frame to Pellerin. Popped in the middle, Nevins couldn't get a stick down, and everybody's got to retreat back here for the Lakers. Doherty coming in. Xander Doherty's shot is saved by Tobin. Shot right off the face-off was fanned on by Meadows. Back up top. Shot missed. As Galligan looking to get it. Hammered down, now it's Blanchard. And just chip it up with a minute on the clock. Jake Galligan, the freshman. It's gonna come out again, here we go. And they'll just send it on down. It pops in front, and Doherty almost had a chance to get one. Meadows was the one dumping it in beautifully. Peck gonna step the other way as Blanchard and Gaziano. A little bit behind Meadows. Keith Tobin sends a deflected shot down. Jake Galligan controls it behind the Tiger net. Valarelli leaves it short. Doherty's going to come in again. Xander Doherty got the stick drag by Tobin. 10 seconds to work with. It's cut off by Nevins. And he's just going to loft it off the netting and out of play. And the faceoff's going to be over here with 7.5 to go. Orlando chops it out, and they're not going to get to the puck. All right, 15 minutes to go, 3-0 Taunton. A flurry of the goals in the second half of that second period. Simmons gets credited with 2, 1 unassisted. Valarelli assisted the other one. Smith scored the third of the goals. At least Bloom will get the assist on one of them. Brady, Fontaine, and I are going to take another short break. The final 15 is coming up right after this. All right, 15 minutes to go as we're back at Aleixo Arena here in Taunton, Massachusetts. High school ice hockey matchup, Taunton Tigers taking on the Apponequet Lakers. Taunton's up 3-0 on 2 goals by Braden Simmons and 1 goal by Braden Smith. This period, Apponequet's going to be shooting our way. Taunton's going to be shooting down the far side. We thank you for joining in on any of our feeds. Keegan, Hamblett on commentary, Brady, Fontaine running the camera. Third period's underway. Valarelli able to fish it out, gets it on back to Nato, who leaves it for Johnson. Johnson spins his way out of trouble, but gives it right back to Apponequet as they send it down with Peck. Simmons up to Valarelli. Valarelli trying the self-pass as he gets around. Valarelli dished it, and it never went all the way through. Simmons the follow-up, he scores! That's a hattie for Braden Simmons, it's 4-0. All right, here's Johnson taking it. The route's been on for Taunton over the last 7 or 8 minutes. Simmons gonna dump it in again, off to the corner. Kingman and Orlando will fight for it. For Apponequet, and Orlando will step in the other way to take over. Flicked back in. As Nevins trying to get to it, Valarelli sees it on the right side. Got by Banks. Gets by Nevins. Valarelli still going. A save made by Tobin. He follows it up. Plays it on down behind. Simmons gets nudged right into the end boards. Cross ice pass. Won't connect with anybody. Mendes shoots it off the glove of Tobin again. And the backhand will come around. Bloom will take it in front of Simmons. Mendes lost it. Now it's Blanchard off the boards. They can't get it by Bloom. He'll step back in though, as hauling down to the ice. Looked like it was Blanchard, and it was, and now a stick tie between him and Bloom. Gets it out in front to Nate Peck, and he missed it. It went off of Mason Johnson. Gaziano tried to free it on Dunderdale. Mendes with the backhand out of the zone. Lachlan Sear leaves it short. Johnson with the box out. Bloom behind the net. Luke Pellerin now 13 minutes away from getting his third shutout of the season. It would be his third career shutout as well. Dunderdale's going to be in on the right side. Dunderdale still going on the backhand. Put it behind the net. Now Doherty looking to follow up. Entering with him was Brady Castro, and we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. In that sequence, a penalty was called against Nate Peck, so the Tigers will go back to the power play. Here's the face-off right side of Tobin. Power play once again for the Tigers. Bloom will take first control. Cuts into the middle. Shoots it through traffic. It's saved. This time the Lakers will get on the end of it. Keith Tobin will send it around. It won't get by LaChance. Oh, it will. It's hopped over a stick. Now it's Valarelli. Options either side. Valarelli the stick drag, and defending him was Lachlan Sear. Pellerin out of his crease to play it over to Bloom. Bloom will step in. Bloom holds it up on Francis. Backhand around. Tobin got a stick in there. Tobin off to the side. Back in favor of the Tigers. Mendes waiting for it in the middle. Shot attempt. Looked like they were trying to redirect it back door. And it's going to come out of the zone, and nearly a breakaway for the Lakers. That would have been Matt Frias who would have been in. Valarelli under a minute on the man advantage. Left side, Valarelli shot. Nice save by Tobin. The Tigers catch up to the rebound. Mendes across. Here's LaChance. LaChance shoots it blocked. And there's the backhand out by Francis. Here's Bloom, who leaves it. Valarelli still going, shoots and scores! Jamie Valarelli's got his first goal of the game. He's got a couple points to boot, and it's 5-0 Tigers. What an effort that the Tigers are putting on here today. The backhand goes up from by Bogdan. And now we're going to get to a point in the game, still probably not there just yet, but we're going to get to a point where you're going to see these third and fourth line guys come on the ice, get some playing time, and who knows, when we get towards state tournament time, that could be a big key helping them succeed. It's also, too, the future of the program. Oh, and a nice slam down right in the corner. Now Cashman working, sticks being raised again, some shoves going on out there. For Apponequet, it's been a tough stretch for them since the win 3-2 against Southeastern as it goes out of play. This is about to become 4 losses in a row from them in 10 minutes and 20 seconds time. But for Taunton, this is another good result against a non-conference team because their conference, as we know, is very hard. They're a part of the Hockomock Conference. It's insanely hard every year. And the power rankings, the first ones came out on Friday. Despite that hard strength of schedule, they're only number 15 in Division III, which as of now is barely enough to get them a home state tournament game, and that would mean they would have to go to the number 2 seed in the Sweet 16. At that point right now, It's Nauset who won it all last year. Shot attempt on Tobin again. He holds it for the face-off. Springs free out of the zone. There's Johnson across. Mendes will step in. And we'll play it on behind as he got it by Sear. Here's Smith picking it up. Back over to Mendes. Logan Mendes. The backhand away again. Nevins has it for Apponequet. Sent down the ice, and there should, and it will be an icing. There's the face-off on the right side of Tobin. Until over the last few minutes, the pace intensity has slowed down just a little bit as it's fed in front, and it wouldn't go from Matos. Back in front, and the Lakers able to get it clear. Bogdan lost it. Nichols sent it out in front. It was sticked away by Kingman. And here come the Lakers looking to get on the scoreboard today. Bouncing puck. Pellerin will glove it, and he holds on. Sending that one in, looked like it was Owen Banks. And the Tigers able to get it out of the zone, sent right back in, stick down by Bloom. Doherty off to the left side. Valarelli will get it back to neutral. Nice haul down by Doherty. Springs free out of the zone again. Valarelli will pick it up. Having some trouble at the FMC logo right at center ice. It's off the skate of Bloom. Bloom looks to send it up, deflected forward. Simmons got knocked down again. I mean, they're targeting Simmons because they got 3 goals in the game. Bloom up the ice. That's a nice tape to tape, and it just hops over Simmons' stick. Nichols steps in to get it on back to Simmons, trapped in the corner. Simmons trying to free it. More help coming in from Nickel. Nickel received it. Back to the line, but bringing it out is LaChance with 7:50 to go in the game. Bloom will just dump it in. Off the boards, we got another icing. And you can see out there on the ice, it's at 3rd or 4th line, whatever you want to call it. Brady Castro, Oliver Nickel, and Mikey Bowles out there for the Tigers. Back defensively, Jason Cashman and Jake Galligan. Galligan lost it. Here comes a chance here for the Lakers. It's going to be a break right side, and it's put high. What a beautiful look from Francis. He can't capitalize. Frias has to bring it on back. Deflected back down. Keith Tobin will get control. Sear back to Tobin. There's Francis one-on-one on Galligan. It deflected off of him. Pellerin sticks it away. Gloving it down is Francis. Francis trying to get a seam off the outside of the net. Popped in front. Frias put it wide. Bowles up the ice. Nickel. Now it's Cashman resetting. He'll step in himself. Cashman lost it. Puck bounced off to the left side. Now trying to get a nudge on Tobin. Will come down the ice. No icing here. Pellerin's going to play it. Luke Pellerin has been terrific once again. Everybody was wondering coming into this year how great Luke Pellerin would be. He had big shoes to fill with their 2000 save goalie Cam Thomas-Schicke graduating over the summer as the Tigers get control of it again. Shot attempt, scores! It looks like it's going to be credited to Logan Mendes. That makes it 6-0. For Logan Mendes, that'll be his 4th goal of the season. Great work so far in the first half of the year by the sophomore. And now we're in running clock mode. Here's Smith. Shoots it blocked and went off of Tobin. Back in front, they score again! It's Jacob Matos. That's his first of the game. The extra point is good at 7-0. Smith tried to regather it. Matos entering back into the zone with it. Smith jawing at that puck. Who wants it more? Sear will try to fight for him. He made the hit on the sideboards. Here's Nato putting it intentionally wide. Braden Smith will follow it up. Right in front of Sear, left it on behind. The Tiger bench getting really hyped up now. Here's Mason Johnson, able to keep it in. Pressure coming in from Cooper Carvels. Shot wide of the frame. Nato again on the left side. A whack in there by Jake Lovendale. Lovendale gets it away right behind. Worked in the middle. Here come the Lakers. Nice move in by Blanchard on the backhand. Popped out. Stays in the zone. Smith followed it up. Carvel's backhanded it off of Johnson. Johnson away to the right side. Matos enters in. Has Nickel and he played it off the blocker. Francis now fighting for that puck. Oliver Nickel walks away. Nickel out in front, trying to find it was Matos. Blanchard away to his left side. Off the boards, out of the zone. Gets deflected down the ice. Here comes the follow-up by Francis. Avoiding one nudge. Nudging him was Ty Nato. Johnson with a nice step. Going around Tobin. And you got great games coming up on Wednesday. Should be perfect for each team. Here comes a breakaway chance for the Lakers. Moving in, and he put it high. Greg Francis, that's the second time he's been on a break. And he's going to try to get on the end of another one. Gets it on back short side. Might have gone off of Pellerin. Hey, you know what, though? It happens. Sometimes it's just not your night. The bounces don't fall your way. Greg Francis is one excellent player. Could have easily had 2 tonight. But you know what? He's going to watch this film, and you're going to practice in between as Pellerin's going to cover for another save before you get a big road South Coast Conference contest in 2 days' time. Controlling it on the backhand now is Matt Frias. Frias leaves it at the line. Shot attempt off the stick of Landon Soto. Regathered. There's Doherty off the blocker. Rebound chance. Dunderdale. I don't know if it got all the way through. Soto looking to get on the end of one. Galligan will follow it up at the point. A nice collision of bodies yet again. Another chance here for the Lakers on the right side. Frias came in. We get another penalty coming up. I mean, Apponequet, I tell you, they're really working to make sure Pellerin deserves that shutout. They're still putting a lot of shots on him. That's why every shutout is earned. Peck and Valerelli will be on the draw. Valerelli gets it off to the corner. Nato trying to get to it. Peck will play it on back again. Lovendale trying to get a touch. Nato not get it out of the zone. Pellerin makes another glove save. Curvels, the freshman, put it on net. Valerelli with the backhand out. Here's Simmons. Simmons off the side of the net. I thought for a second he put it in. It would have been number 4. He'll get on the end of it again. Back out to the point. Here's Nato feeding it across. Johnson shot blocker save. Rebound Simmons again. It's off the glove. Final minute to go. Taunton well on their way to going to 6-2-2 on the season. Deflected off to the side. Johnson hustling back. Nevins. Or excuse me, that was Peck putting it on to Pellerin. Johnson up the ice, can't connect with Simmons. Here's Valerelli on the follow-up. At the point now, Nato still running in, shoots it, blocked. Curvels can't get it out. Deflected off of a skate, Valerelli will glove it down and we'll play it over to Nato. Back over to Johnson. It's going to be the end of a terrific game. Mendes tried to get in on another one. And we'll just send it up down the ice. Mendes might have a look at one more and it bounced over his stick. 5 seconds to go. Another collision of bodies sent down the ice. The Tigers have won it. 7-0. Third career shutout for Luke Pellerin. Handshake line goes on. Great effort today by Apponequet. But Taunton showed why they're competing to try to get that Division III state title. Whole bunch of different goal scorers. That's going to be one of the topics on our post-game discussion. Simmons with 3 and then a goal apiece from Smith, Valerelli, Mendes, and Matos. We mentioned Pellerin had the shutout, pretty close to 20 saves on the afternoon today. Brady, Fontaine, and I will take a short break, and when we come back, post-game interview with a couple of these Tiger players. Don't go anywhere. All right, 7-0 is the final. Taunton gets the win over Apponequet tonight. Moved to 6-2-2 on the season. Here with Logan Mendes. Logan, always great to win. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. Second time playing Apponequet. Last time it was 8-0, so nothing different.
Braden Simmons had a hat trick today, up to 12 goals on the season. What does he bring overall to the team?
A lot of offense. He's a big body out there. He's a great player.
You guys had 5 different goal scorers today. What does it say about the depth that you guys have this year?
Yeah, we have a lot of depth, all different ages. We'll be pretty good for probably the next 2 years, and I don't know about the rest, but I think for now we're pretty good, looking good for the future.
Let's talk about Coach Mattia real quick. You can't take Apponequet lightly, even though they only have 1 win on the year. They've had some sneaky moments this year. What was Coach Mattia talking to you guys before the game about? What were sort of his keys to the game that he wanted you guys to have tonight?
Just like every game, tells us to go out there, nothing different, just balls out, just go crazy, just keep going, don't stop, and just keep going.
You guys had a lot of good stuff on the shorthanded chances today, and especially Braden Simmons out there with that first goal of the game. What was it like just doing it for a different shorthanded chance? Because it was only 4 minutes. It was 4 minutes and not only 2 today for the first one.
Yeah, say that again. I'm sorry.
So when you guys were shorthanded originally, it was a 4-minute shorthanded, but yes.
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, that's just him. I mean, he's just such a valuable player to us. I'm honestly not surprised with him, but yeah.
How has Luke Pellerin done? Because it's his third shutout already. How has he done filling the big shoes of Cam Tomaszewski this year?
He's done amazing. Definitely big shoes to fill. But yeah, I mean, I think he's been awesome. He's been pretty good for us so far.
And I know Braden Simmons, he got the shovel in there as player of the game. If you had to pick a player of the game, who would you pick and why?
I'm gonna stick with Simmons. Great player all around. Today was his day.
I think we said to the other guys that they couldn't pick Simmons, but whatever. Next game coming up Wednesday at North Attleboro. It's going to be another tough one. What's going to be the mindset going into that one?
Nothing different, just go out there and play our game. That's really it.
Logan, I want to thank you for taking some time to join. All the other guests for our post game is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. We're here with 4 of our Tiger players. I'm going to start with you. It's a big win against an Apponequet side. It's had some good results on the year, but you guys took business at home. How does it feel?
It feels good. I feel like we all played pretty good. Moved the puck around, got some shots. That's all that matters. So we got the win. So.
No, how does it feel? You guys have done so good defensively this year. How does it feel just backing up at the line?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to protect this guy. It's been a good year. It's been good.
Luke, I know there was a lot of skepticism coming into the year because you guys lost Cam Tomaszewski. You've already got 3 shutouts this season. We're only at the halfway point. How does it feel getting the shutout, what seems like now for half of your wins?
It feels pretty good. I mean, it's nice to get a shutout, but it's also nice to get some shots too. My defense is playing great. They're pretty helpful.
We obviously see you with the hat on because you had the hat trick. Just take me through some of the sequences. I know a couple were on breakaways, some goals were on deflections. Just take me through the sequences if you can remember.
I mean, we started off 0-0 first period, had to get some momentum going, and popped one in, just kept going. Didn't let off the train.
Let's talk about that shorthanded 4 minutes that you guys had earlier. How do you guys think you were able to overcome the whole 4-minute stretch? Because it wasn't just your typical 2-minute shorthanded.
I would say just we stayed in the box, played composed, and we got a goal out of it. So I felt like just stay composed, and that's all that matters. So.
You guys had 5 different goal scorers today. What do you think it says about the depth that you guys have this year?
We have a lot of depth, and I think we play very good together. So, yeah.
All right, now we're going to have some questions for all of you guys. I don't know who got the player of the game. Who got the shovel today? Was it you? If you guys had to pick a player of the game, you guys aren't allowed to say him. Who would you guys pick and why?
It's kind of tough. I'd say Logan Mendes, yeah. Yeah.
I'll say our goalie because he got the shutout.
I'd say Jacob Matos because I think he played pretty good today.
I'd say Jackson Dunderdale. He's never on the point sheet, but he's always working his butt off to get to the puck and good back check.
I think those are all terrific choices. Next question coming up. You got a tough road game on Wednesday at North Attleboro. What's going to be the mindset going into that one?
They've been beating some teams, but just got to stay composed and do our thing out there, you know.
Just got to keep things simple and just got to play our game.
Yeah, we just got to keep composed. That's the biggest part.
Got to work as hard as we can, try to beat them.
All right, one final fun question. I take it you guys are all probably Patriots fans. Are we all Pats fans? Prediction for Sunday's next game against either Pittsburgh or Houston. What's the prediction?
I think we win, no matter what. So
I think it's going to be a tough one, but I think the Patriots are going to come out with it.
Yeah, I think the Patriots probably win.
Yeah, close game, but we're coming through.
You know what, Bray? I like these guys. These guys all root for the Patriots. I think these are all good people. I want to thank you guys for taking some time post-game. Brady Fontaine, shout out to you running the camera. Keegan Hamblett signing off and wishing you the best. We will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.